Hello students, good morning. Now today we are going to study the properties of muscles on electrical stimulations. Okay, so in last period we studied it very well, that is the structure of the striated muscle. And now start the properties of the muscle on electrical stimulation. Single muscle twitch. What is meant by the single muscle twitch? So a muscle contraction, twitch or muscle twitch, muscle contraction initiated by single brief stimulation. Okay, means muscle contraction initiated by the stimulation, and it's called a single muscle twitch. It occurs in three stages. First one is the latent period. First one is the latent period of no contraction. Latent period of no contraction. Second one is the period of contraction, initiation of contraction, period of contraction, and third one is the period of relaxation. Period of relaxation. So here the what is meant by this? So it can be measured by the chemograph, the graph which is obtained due to the single muscle stimulus or single muscle twitch, and the last for 0.01 second. It's interval between the application of the stimulus and the beginning of the contraction, and the latent period is due to time taken for this propagation of impulse from the point of the stimulation to the neuromuscular junctions and to the sarcolemma. What are about this neuromuscular junction? I explained it very well before in my second lectures of the nerves and muscle physiology, neuromuscular junctions. Okay, so then period of contraction is about 0.04 second. It is the period from the beginning of contraction up to the maximum contraction. Latent period means interval between the application of stimulus and the beginning of contraction. It is about 0.01 second. And the period of contraction means the period from the beginning of contraction up to maximum contraction. It is about 0.04 second. And what are about this period of relaxation? This is the final phase of the muscle twitch. It is the time interval in which the muscle returns to its original length. Understand? Muscle return to its original length. This is called a period of relaxation. Then second one about tetanus. So if stimulation is very rapid and frequent, the muscle does not have time to relax. It remains a state of relax. So it remains in a state of contraction, and that is called a tetanus. Understand what I mean to say? What is a tetanus? If stimulation is very rapid and frequent, so the muscle does not have any time to relax and it remains in a state of contraction, and that is called a tetanus. Means when repeated stimuli are applied to type of response varies according to frequency, and when the frequency is such that each successive stimuli falls within the period of relaxation of the previous curves, the record shows series of wavy oscillations, and this is the incomplete tetanus. Means no time period between state of contraction, and there is a very repeated and rapid frequently there is a stimulus. Okay, that is a tetanus. Next one is the summation. Next one is summation. If the muscle is stimulated before the end of the twitch, okay, oh, got it my point? If the muscle is stimulated before the end of twitch, it generates a greater tension. That is summation or addition of effect takes place there, and the repeated stimuli will produce increasing strength of the contraction, and that is called a summation. That is again called a staircase phenomena. Means if the muscle is stimulated before the end of twitch, it generates their greater tension due to the addition or the summation effect. Repeated stimuli will increasing the strength of contraction, and that is called a summation. Then next one is the refractory period. Immediately after one stimulus, the muscle fiber cannot respond to another stimulus. Understand? When one stimuli is applied, so muscle fiber cannot respond to another stimulus, and this resting or the refractory period is about 0.02 second, and that period called the muscle fiber cannot respond to the another stimuli. That period called the refractory period, and it is about 0.02 second. Threshold stimulus. For a muscle fiber to contract, a certain minimum strength or intensity of stimulus is required, and this is called a threshold stimulus. Understand what is a threshold stimulus? Means when stimuli apply, so muscle fiber contract, and certain minimum strength or intensity of stimulus is required there. This is called a threshold stimulus. Then next one is the all or the none principle. A stimulus below threshold will not result in contraction. Okay, means when stimulus is applied below the threshold levels, threshold stimuli, so will result no contraction, but a threshold stimulus will result in contraction. This contraction leads to maximum force. Higher stimulus will not increase the force of contraction, that is muscle fiber contracts either fully or not at all. Means when you have to apply the higher stimulus will not, but in that condition also not increase the force of contraction. Means muscle fiber contracts either fully or not at all, and this is called the all or the none principle. All type of muscle fibers and nerve fibers obey this rule, that is the all and non principle. Means stimulus below threshold value no result in contraction. Threshold stimulus will result in contraction. Means higher stimulus will not increase the force of contraction. Muscle fiber contract either fully or then not at all, and this is called the all or non principle. Next one is the oxygen depth. This is not given in your notes, but this is again one of the properties of this muscle fiber, oxygen depth. During a strenuous exercise, means deficiency, oxygen depth means deficiency of the oxygen. During strenuous exercise, muscles oxygen supply rapidly become insufficient to maintain the oxidative phosphorylation of the respiratory substrate. What is meant by this oxidative phosphorylation of the respiratory substrate? It is the last steps of the mechanism of aerobic respiration where the energy is actually released, because all of you know that very well the process of aerobic respiration consists of the four steps. First one is the glycolysis, second one is oxidation and decarboxylation of the pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A, third one is Krebs cycle, and last one is oxidative phosphorylation, which takes place in F1 particle of the mitochondria. So at this stage, what is this? What is meant by this oxygen depth? So during when we have to perform the strenuous exercise, so muscles oxygen supply rapidly become insufficient to maintain the oxidative phosphorylation of the respiratory substrate. Respiratory substrate means the substance which are undergoing metabolism, which are undergoing oxidation, that is called the respiratory substrate. At this stage, muscle contract and aerobically and accumulate the most of the lactic acid produced by anaerobic glycolysis. Okay, here so there is anaerobically muscle contract anaerobically and accumulate the most of the lactic acid. So this lactic acid produces less ATP and is toxic in nature. So it causes tiredness, then pain and the muscle cramps. What is muscle cramps? The powerful contraction of the muscle, that is called muscle cramps. And during recovery, oxygen consumption of the muscle far exceed than that in the resting state. This extra oxygen consumption during recovery is called the oxygen depth of the muscle. Understand? When means during strenuous exercise, muscle perform the anaerobic respiration by oxidative phosphorylation and produces a lactic acid, and lactic acid produces less ATP as compared to normally there is a glucose or pyruvic acid. In that condition, there is a pain and the tiredness and muscle cramps takes place. But in case of the recovery state, oxygen consumption of the muscle is far exceeded than in the resting state, and this extra oxygen consumption during recovery is called the oxygen depth of the muscle. So students, here finish the properties of the muscle, and in next period we will study about sliding filament theory and the mechanism of the contraction of the muscle by the sliding filament theory. Okay students, so thank you very much for this today's session.